going on, guys? It's Saturday, January 17th. Yeah, January 17th. I'm sitting outside of my house about to go to one of my old jobs that I worked at, a physical therapy clinic about 10 minutes away. I'm going to do some videos, plan on recording with a friend there, just some instructional videos, and I got squats later today, so I'm probably going to record some of that too. So I'll see you there. Still got the Christmas decorations up. Kind of freaking out. I'm not really sure if I'm supposed to be recording in here, and I keep hearing just people outside of the office. I don't think I'll get in trouble because I am still technically an employee, but I want to show you guys. I saw a thank you card from a patient, and that is awesome. That's pretty much why I wanted to get into this field, because you actually get to connect with your patients and they almost become your friends. So I'm glad you're feeling better, man. I'm gonna eat this whole bag and then I'm gonna go deadlift. What's going on, guys? So I'm just gonna throw some commentary over this footage. What you're gonna see is my attempt at 405 for 3 sets of 3. That's what my program had called for today. Just a couple of my warm-up sets is what you're gonna see first. I do a 135 and then 225, and I move up to 275 and 315. Pretty standard, pretty typical what most everyone does. And my warm-ups were actually moving pretty slow and they felt pretty heavy, so I wasn't too confident in the 4 or 5 in the actual working sets, the 4 or 5 for 3 sets of 3. But here you can just kind of see my stance, how narrow I prefer to have my feet, and you can also see the speed of the bar. I think it moves pretty well in all these warm-up sets. And right there you can kind of see I use 2.5 pound plates just to keep the bar from rolling. The bars at this gym are actually pretty bad, and this is the bar that I prefer to use for deadlifting because it has the best grip. The knurling on it is pretty worn out, but it has the best grip, and it's also very narrow. So here you're seeing my last warm-up set of 365 just for a couple of reps. A spoiler alert, I do get the 3 sets of 3 for 405, but my camera fell down and the 3rd set didn't get filmed, and the 2nd set, I think the last rep also didn't get filmed, which I'm pretty pissed about. I think in the future I might ask a friend of mine to record maybe from a side angle, and that'll also give me a better angle, just to check my form as a form check, to kind of see where my back is and see if my hips shoot up and just check my form. So I was pretty happy with the speed on this first set. The bar moves pretty well, and I think I stayed tight, nice neutral spine. That last rep I might have misgrooved a little bit, but it went up, and it felt good too, so I'll take it. And here's the 2nd set where the camera actually falls down on my 3rd rep. I kind of wish it hadn't, because I felt like it went up really slow and I wanted to double check the speed on my phone like right after I was done the set, but at that point I realized that my phone fell down. So yeah, these didn't go quite as well as the first set. You can see they do go up, and then go up at a pretty good speed. I kind of lost my balance and maybe misgrooved some reps. This is my first time touching 4 or 5 in like 2 or 3 weeks, so maybe it just wasn't used to it. And right there you see the camera falls down, and as I'm getting ready for the 3rd set, the camera falls down again. So pretty disappointing, but I'm glad I at least got to have some deadlift footage up. And moving on to some accessory work, I just did some pull-ups and some cable rows that you're going to see, and also a little bit of lat pull down. I'm not going to talk about those too much because they're pretty boring, they're pretty basic. But I did want to say that this Aminio shirt, I think that people could hear the music that I was playing, because for my top sets, my heavy sets on deadlifts, I was listening to Eminem, and if you look at the shirt, the Aminio shirt, it looks like it says Eminem on it, so maybe people thought that I was really into Eminem or something. And I never realized how loud my music actually is when I'm deadlifting, until after I take my headphones off, and then I realized, wow, this is actually pretty loud. And I hate being that guy in the gym, but I'm not going to stop or lower my music just for just because it bothers someone. So as I was doing these pull-ups, they did feel a little heavy, so I auto-regulated it a little bit, and I dropped the weight down to 25 pounds, and eventually I just did one set at my own body weight. And it was also kind of strange. When I was pulling, I felt like my right lat and basically the right side of my body was pulling a lot more than my left side of my body. So that's kind of why I did the unilateral lat pull down, which is what you're going to see next here. Not the greatest angle, but I felt like doing this just to get the contraction, get the squeeze in, and really work on that mind-muscle connection. So I just did 3 sets of these, and I'm not really into the bodybuilding style of lifting, but if you are, I recommend these because it will help you stay proportional, and you really feel your lat working if you're doing it right. If you're pulling through your elbow and kind of relaxing your hands, using your hands as grips, or hooks rather, not grips. So that's the last thing that I did. What you're going to see next is just some commentary, my thoughts on the workout, driving home from the gym. Alright, so that workout went pretty well. I was really happy with the 405. Usually I have a little bit more rounding in my lower back, but I think I did a really good job. That's the first time I've been really happy with a heavy set, like a 405 set, with my form. And I know the speed wasn't great, and maybe I'll mention this in the commentary, but I think it says a lot. Like I dialed it back a little bit, worked on my form. I just did 5x5s for a couple weeks and increased it by 5-pound increments, and really focused on keeping a neutral spine, a little bit of rounding because I think rounding's fine. But yeah, I'm just happy with the way it went, and I think I'm going to conclude the video right here. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Like the video if you like the video, comment, leave any feedback on my form. I know I didn't get the greatest angles, but I was happy this was the first time I could film some actual deadlifts. So go ahead and leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next video.